The woman who fainted in the video is a mother, and her 13-year-old daughter was a member of the girls' volleyball team at the No. 34 Middle School in Qiqihar City, Heilongjiang Province, China. Her daughter tragically lost her life in a disaster. On July 23, at 2:56 p.m., the roof of the sports hall at the No. 34 Middle School in Longsha District, Qiqihar City, collapsed suddenly while the girls' volleyball team was training inside. The official announcement stated that the accident resulted in 11 fatalities, including 10 students and 1 female coach. Upon learning the devastating news, the parents rushed to the hospital, but from the moment the accident occurred until midnight, a full 9 hours, neither the government nor the school officials took responsibility to communicate with these parents.
All that came here are policemen. Standing here are officials from the Public Security Bureau and the government. When you arrived, no one said a word, no one spoke. What are you doing here? Who told you to come? Are you acting as spies? Are you gathering information to report to your superiors? For such a long time, nobody has given us any information. Not a single staff member from the Police, Education Bureau, Street Office, or government has communicated with us during this period. What about the school and the Education Bureau? Has anyone talked to us? Who is causing trouble here? You always stand in the front, the police always rush to the front. We are here because of an accident. It's a matter between patients, hospitals, and medical care. We are not causing trouble, but the police always rush to the front. They told me that my girl was gone, but I said I hadn't seen the child. All the children were covered in dust, or their faces were covered in dirt, ashes, and blood. I asked them to let me look. Maybe it's not my child. It has been an hour, and they still haven't let me in to identify her. Are any of my words unreasonable? The police are always at the front. Just now, after I went in, a female government official followed me in. She wasn't there to help me communicate with the doctors, but to report the situation she saw to the superiors.
This male parent is a retired military officer with a 20-year military career. His daughter's name is Wang Ziwei, and his wife passed away from cancer when their daughter was 5 years old. He chose not to remarry and single-handedly raised their child for her happiness. Faced with the tragic news of his daughter's death, he remained calm and composed, expressing his basic demands in a rational manner, merely seeking to know about his daughter's condition. However, instead of receiving sympathy from the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, he instantly became a target of government stability maintenance. This is the standard approach the CCP takes in handling sudden mass incidents, viewing victims and vulnerable groups as potential enemies. The video quickly spread on mainland social media and received over 100,000 likes, 100,000 shares, and nearly 3,000 comments on WeChat. Netizens were extremely angry about the government's indifferent handling of the Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School Sports Hall collapse incident. On the evening of July 24, the day after the accident, the mayor of Qiqihar held a press conference at the city government to announce the cause of the accident.
经查，与体育馆毗邻的教学综合楼施工过程中，施工单位违规将保温建筑材料珍珠岩堆至体育馆屋顶，受降雨影响，珍珠岩进水增重，导致屋顶荷载层大，引发坍塌。
According to information, perlite is an acidic lava produced by volcanic eruptions, commonly used in the construction industry as building insulation material, often used for exterior wall insulation. Perlite has strong water absorption and is prone to seepage and increased weight, which can increase 2 to 10 times after soaking in water. In recent days, the official narrative has consistently attributed the cause of the accident to the improper stacking of perlite, emphasizing that the sports hall has an area of 1,200 square meters, with a lightweight roof structure, and the perlite became heavier due to rainwater infiltration, leading to the collapse of the roof. However, many netizens have raised doubts, believing that there are also construction quality issues with the sports hall, making it a Tofu Dreg building. Which is more credible, the government's official statement or the netizens' questioning? The truth is not hard to analyze. A network video shows that about half of the area of the Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School sports hall roof was stacked with perlite, which was used as material for the campus's newly built annex building project and was transported there at the end of 2022. However, according to the second tender announcement for Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School campus new annex building project on the Heilongjiang Provincial Public Resources Trading website, the construction contractor, Heilongjiang Construction Company, Limited, began construction in December 2022. Perlite is an exterior insulation material for the building, and the construction contractor should not have purchased perlite at the beginning of the project. According to a tweet from Xiao Mui, a reporter from the New York Times visual investigation team, on July 26, satellite imagery indicates that the perlite on the sports hall roof was placed at the end of April this year. This means that the period the sports hall roof was under pressure was at most 3 months, from the end of April to late July, not nearly half a year. This is the first point. The second point, according to Xiao Mui's tweet, a satellite image from July 20th shows that almost the entire roof of the sports hall was covered with a covering, and long rectangular gray objects with fixed coverings were on top of it. In the video broadcast by CCTV on July 24th, it can be clearly seen that the chaotic ground was piled up with black coverings and long rectangular objects that fell from the roof. The third point, another rescue video shows that the rescue workers were moving the bags of perlite out very easily, throwing them with one hand. In summary, it can be speculated that at the end of April or early May this year, the construction contractor did indeed stack perlite on the sports hall roof, but the entire roof was used, not just half of it, as rumored on the internet. If the grid structure roof bears the load as a whole, the pressure is more likely to be distributed, while bearing only part of the area makes the roof more likely to collapse. Moreover, the construction contractor covered the perlite with a covering, presumably to avoid it becoming heavier from rainwater. The video of the rescue personnel easily moving the bags of perlite confirms that the perlite on the sports hall roof did not soak in rainwater. Why does the official narrative continuously blame the collapse of the sports hall on perlite while avoiding addressing potential construction quality issues with the sports hall itself?
The information says that the Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School Sports Hall was completed in 1997 with an investment of 2.3 million yuan. To be honest, when I saw the entire roof of the sports hall collapsing neatly, it reminded me of the 2008 Wenchuan earthquake in Sichuan. For example, during the construction, they used prefabricated panels for building houses. When building houses with prefabricated panels, there should be a gap of 10 to 20 centimeters between each panel, and then they are inclined at a 45-degree angle, and steel bars are inserted and hooked together, and the whole gap is filled with fresh concrete to connect all the panels. However, at that time, the panels were assembled piece by piece. So, when the Wenchuan earthquake struck, a large number of houses collapsed like tofu.
My friend, Chen Huai, the former director of the Research Center of the Ministry of Construction, is now retired. He once said that the average lifespan of buildings in China is 30 years. In the future, when our descendants face the pile of rotten and shoddy buildings that we left for them, they might be worried about what to do with these dilapidated structures.
In the Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School Sports Hall collapse incident, the authorities completely avoided mentioning any issues related to the quality of the sports hall's construction. Instead, they redirected public opinion towards the pile of perlite stacked by the construction contractor for the new annex building project. However, this move inadvertently stirred up a hornet's nest, as vigilant netizens quickly dug up hidden connections between the construction contractor, the school, and the Qiqihar City government. According to reports by Pengpai News, business information shows that the construction company, Jiame, was established in 2009 with a registered capital of 50 million yuan but paid up capital of only 1 million yuan. Information from the Heilongjiang Provincial Public Resources Trading website reveals that the company won 17 projects in the past 3 years, including construction or maintenance projects for Qiqihar Public Security Bureau, procuratorate, court, hospitals, schools, and others. Why is Jiamei able to secure so many municipal projects? Regarding the number 34 Middle School's new annex building project, in July 2022, Jiangsu Dehan Company, with a registered capital of 350 million yuan, won the bid with 31.54 million yuan. In August, the project was strangely cancelled. In October, the second bidding round took place, and in November, Jiamei Company won the bid with 32.95 million yuan, which was 1.5 million yuan higher than the first bid. Public information shows that in 2022, Qiqihar's total fiscal revenue was 16.79 billion yuan, total fiscal expenditure was 61.44 billion yuan, and fiscal deficit reached nearly 45 billion yuan. With such a massive fiscal deficit, why was there a 1.5 million yuan increase in the second bidding for the number 34 Middle School's new annex building project? Was the 1.5 million yuan truly used for the project's construction? Is there any possibility of corruption and influence peddling involved? Additionally, according to the whistleblower Old Lamp on YouTube, there are suspicions of black market interests being exchanged between Jiamei Company and the leadership of Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School.
I received a tip from someone in China, and it seems that this person is likely from Qiqihar and has a deep understanding of the situation. I feel that he might be working in a government agency. The whistleblower mentioned that corruption in China's education system is evident at No. 34 Middle School, and this maintenance project had many irregularities in the bidding process. The owner of Jiamei Company is Cheng Zidong, who allegedly bribed the director of the Municipal Education Bureau with 500,000 yuan and also gave 300,000 yuan each to the principal and CCP secretary of No. 34 Middle School, securing the project for themselves.
Based on various information and online revelations, it is evident that the construction contractor of the No. 34 Middle School's new annex building project not only violated regulations by stacking perlite on the roof of the sports hall, but also obtained the school project through improper means. However, the collapse of the sports hall was not solely caused by perlite. The main reason was the poor construction quality of the sports hall. The combination of Tofu Dreg construction and improper operations resulted in the abnormal death of 11 young lives. Instead of conducting a thorough investigation into the cause of the accident and holding those responsible accountable, the Chinese Communist Party government has chosen to conceal the truth, harass the families of the victims, and even taken inhumane stability maintenance measures such as not allowing parents to see their children for the last time.
Why won't they let us see our children without signing the documents?
Yeah, why won't they let us see our children?
Control your emotions. Control your emotions.
How can anyone control their emotions?
Stop talking, policemen. The leaders are all here. What should we do?
The leader we asked after 8 o'clock said they were still being rescued, but at that time, there were no signs of life. They didn't tell us. Around 5 o'clock, there were no signs of life, and they told me they had been rescuing for 6 hours. What happened during those 6 hours? Who knows? The hospital just told us that nothing else matters. Just sign the documents, and it will be over. He won't even let us see the bodies, but dares to ask us to sign.
In the circulated video mentioned above, the CCP government is seen forcing parents of the deceased children to sign documents, promising not to petition or cause trouble, in order to be allowed to see their children's bodies. Some parents resisted and persisted in their struggle, but even after 3 days since their children's passing, they were still unable to see the bodies.
I suffer every second I live. I suffer every second I live. Mom was wrong. Mom harmed you. I harmed you.
All hope is shattered. Mom has too much reluctance. My mind is filled with your shadow. Mom was wrong. I shouldn't have let you play basketball and give away your life. What should I do now? My mind is filled with your shadow. I really can't move on, my child. Can you pity and comfort Mom? Can you come back, please?
On July 29th, the 7th day after the sports hall collapse incident, Qiqihar Middle School finally released a short memorial article, but so far, the authorities have not disclosed the list of the deceased. Moreover, the school has refused to allow the public to enter the campus to mourn the children. However, outside the school gate in Qiqihar, since the 24th, it has been filled with flowers, canned peaches, snacks, and volleyballs spontaneously sent by people from all over the country to express their condolences. Some were personally delivered to the school gate, while others were brought to the scene by takeout delivery riders, who were asked to open the snacks and insert straws into the drinks, expressing their warmth and sympathy for the deceased. Facing the grief of the parents of the deceased children and the mourning and indignation from people across the country, the CCP officials have shown no compassion or self-reflection. Instead, they have tightened stability maintenance measures. On July 26th, more than 2,000 kilometers away from Qiqihar in Shanghai, all flower shops on Qiqihar Road were ordered to close by the CCP. The CCP even fears flowers. On July 28th, Qiqihar Road in Shanghai was under full guard. On July 30th, the 8th day after the accident, the entrance of Qiqihar No. 34 Middle School was cleared, and all the flowers and offerings disappeared. The entrance looked empty and desolate, as if this tragedy had never happened.